Hi, how are you? So today I'm here to bring you yet another tag. And why, you might ask? Because it is the mid-year book Freakout tag. And obviously you can't do this tag in any other time of the year. And I wanted you guys to kind of have a feel for like what I'm reading, what I've read so far this year, what I plan on reading for the rest of the year. In the beginning of the year I set myself a goal on Goodreads, which you can check down below. But basically I set my goal for 50 books. Now I've read 32 so far, so I'm not doing too bad. We're getting there slowly but surely. Anyways, question number 1. Best book you've read so far this year. It was kind of hard to just pick one, looking at all the books I've read this year, all 32 of them. But I'm gonna have to go with They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book, oh my god, I can't even. It is absolutely amazing. If you have not read this already, go read it. Like, what are you doing with your life? Question number 2. Best sequel you've read so far this year. For this one, I didn't even need to think that much, to be honest with you. Both Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess. I absolutely loved and adored this series, and the sequel, I think I loved the first book, but the sequels were like even better. They were amazing. Cassandra Clare is amazing. Everything she writes is amazing. If you've not read anything by Cassandra Clare, or if you've read The Mortal Instruments and not read these ones, please go read them. Question number 3. New release you haven't read yet but want to. There's quite a few releases that I haven't read yet. A few like books in the series that came out that I haven't read yet. But the one that I keep seeing everywhere and that I'm so excited to read and I can't wait to dive into is Children of Blood and Bone by Tegami. I'm so excited to read this. I don't know why I've not read it yet, to be honest. I really need to get to this one very soon. Question number 4. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I'm gonna have to mention her again because I am so pumped for this book. I cannot wait to get my hands on this book. And that is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. It is the last installment in the Shadowhunters Chronicles series thing. I mean, she's got plenty of them out already. But I'm so excited for Queen of Air and Darkness. I cannot wait. Question number 5. Biggest disappointment. The Last Namzara by Kristen Ciccarelli. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. I don't even own this book anymore. I literally DNF'd it and then gave it to one of my friends because she might like it. I thought I was going to love this book, but I didn't. I could not stand the main character. It wasn't even about the story or the plot, it was literally the main character. Some stuff that she said, some stuff that she did. I tried really hard, like I got 100 and something pages in and then I just could not deal with her anymore. But I thought I was gonna love it, you know, dragons and all this fun stuff. Like, I love like all this stuff that this book had to offer pretty much, but it really didn't do it for me. Question number 6. Biggest surprise. It's quite funny. It's Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I haven't read any of Erin Watt's other books, keep that in mind, but I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. I think I gave it like 4 stars or something like that. It was really fast paced. It was really good. I'm normally not a contemporary real life like romance and all those kind of like things. I'm more fantasy and elves and dragons and stuff like that. So it really surprised me how much I enjoyed this book. I whizzed through it like it was so good, and then I read the second one straight after as well because I just couldn't wait to read the sequel. Question number 7. Favorite new author, either debut or new to you. So this was a new to me author because I've never like read any of his books as well, but I'm gonna have to go back to Adam Silvera again. They Both Die at the End was absolutely amazing. Very quickly became one of my favorite books of all time, and he became one of my favorite authors of all time. I still not read more of his books. I really want to. I think is one of those authors that I know I'm gonna love whatever they write, if that makes sense. I might not, I'm saying this and then the next book I read from him I'll hate it, but hey ho. Question number 8. Newest fictional crush. Now one thing you're gonna find out about me is that I've got a lot of fictional crushes, but the 2 that really stuck out to me that I wanted to mention in this video, because I read them both recently and I still think about them a lot. So the first 2 I want to mention, they're from the same book, which is Cloaked in Shadow by Ben Alderson. This cover is absolutely stunning, as you can see. So yeah, on the cover you can see the main character, Zachariah. He is the sweetest, I think, the most pure character I've ever read about. He is so sweet, he is so cute. And then the second one is actually the love interest for this book, because it is a gay romance elf thing, so even though they're gay and even though, you know, they love each other, whatever, they both still my crushes because they're absolutely amazing. I love them so much. The second one I have to mention is Cami from Flame in the Mist. I read this just a couple weeks ago. Absolutely loved it as well. It was really nice. He was just so pure as well in a weird way, because he was like, obviously he is part of this black clan and he's supposed to be really bad and do all these bad things, but when you get to know him, he's this person that just went through a lot and built like this kind of like armor, this kind of image that he wants people to see him as, but then it's not true, like it's not actually him. He is the sweetest person. He was so cute and I love him. Question number 9. Newest favourite character. I think it's a bit of an unpopular opinion I'm giving right now, because I've seen people rave about this book and not good things as well. I don't know why. I absolutely loved this book, and that was Zenith by Sasha Ellsberg and Lindsay Cummings. People kept saying, oh my god, it's so bad, oh my god, this and that, but I really enjoyed it. And the main character, Andromeda, I could relate to her in some really personal ways. She's been through a lot, like before this book happens and before we get into the story, we get to know her past, and she went through, you know, some damaging things, like any human being would be devastated with that. But she managed, you know, she pulled through, and she's so strong throughout this book. Like Cami from Flame in the Mist, she created this image, this armor that she wanted people to see her as. Like, I want people to think I'm this badass, really mean person that kills everyone and that hates everyone. And then when you get to know her, she's just sweet girl that just been hurt in so many ways, and she is so strong, and I love her so much. Question number 10. A book that made you cry. I've mentioned Adam Silvera like God knows how many times in this video, but I am gonna have to go back to They Both Die at the end. I was sobbing, you guys, like I'm not even kidding, I was sobbing through like the last few pages of this book, even in the middle of this book, because I kind of knew what was going to happen and I could see it was going to happen, and the tears just started coming and then I just didn't stop, and it was just yeah, this book. Question number 11. I was going to do the hands, but then I realized I don't have enough fingers. So, a book that made you happy. I had to think about this one because all the books that I read make me happy, but I had to think of like a book that really made me, you know, go, ah, like, oh, I'm so happy. And that is Still Me by Jojo Moyes. This book is the 3rd book in the Me Before You series. I absolutely loved Me Before You, but I think in this book, like, Louisa just really grew as a person, and I love to see her do that for herself, because she was one of those characters that just did everything for everyone else. Her family, in the first book's case, Will, like, she did everything she could to make sure everyone else was happy, and she kind of forgot about her own happiness and her own needs. And in this book, she really comes to terms with that, and she's really like, right, I'm gonna do this for me, I'm gonna do this for myself. And that really just made me so happy to read about her, and it made me so happy that this character was getting the happiness that she deserved. Question number 12. Favorite book to film adaptation. I couldn't pick anything else because it's actually the only one that I've read that then saw the film for now, but that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I absolutely loved this book. God, I say absolutely a lot, don't I? Take a shot every time I say absolutely. You'll be drunk by the end of this video. You're welcome. But yeah, so Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. This was such a cute contemporary with such great representation as well. I loved Simon. I loved the family dynamics in here, and the film was so good. So cute. I would absolutely recommend you watching the film if you haven't yet. Question number 13. Favorite review or video that you've done so far this year? Now, obviously, I'm only just starting my channel. This is my 2nd video. So it's not like I've got like a favorite video or a favorite review that I've put on here. But I do put some reviews on my Goodreads, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave my Goodreads down below so you guys can go and check it out. Question number 14. Most beautiful book that you've bought or received this year. There is quite a few books on my shelf that I'm like, oh, they're gorgeous and I just want to stare at them all day. I mean, that's why I display them. But the one that stood out to me that I got this year, The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Now this is the Owl Crate edition, I believe. Yeah, so it came with the Owl Crate box. I'm not sponsored or anything, I've just been getting Owl Crate for ages now. I love that box. And it's absolutely stunning, like that gold and the green and just all the details, like if you can see on there. All these beautiful details. I am in love with this cover. And last question, question number 15 is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? So I got quite a few for this one, so I'm just gonna quickly whiz through them so this video is not like an hour long. War Storm by Victoria Aveyard, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, The Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Now I've read Assassin's Blade and I've read this first one, Throne of Glass. I just need to continue on with the series. Ideally I really want to read them before October when the last one comes out, but we'll see how that goes. And so that's all for this video. Thank you so much for having me. And if you're still here, I absolutely adore you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And I'll see you next time. Bye!